Hello, everyone. Coming at you from Ord Park. Let's shuffle these. These are vocabulary words that I've been practicing. Hold on. Let's just shuffle them like this. Actually, okay. Okay. We need a screwball back into our society, back into our realms of being, and back into where it'll stop us from boinking babies. Because your actions engaging in child sex terrorism, modern day slavery, animal cruelty, animal slavery, make you culpable. It's not classic to rape babies, although it is the oldest thing from time. I'm a little faciled, and I bet I faciled the child sex terrorism, modern day slavery, industrial complex. Hold on, I gotta make sure you can hear me. Okay. Now maybe you can hear me. So, I'm practicing vocabulary. Um, we haven't been acting humanely to each other. We haven't been humane to each other. We haven't been civil. We haven't been peaceful. We've been boinking too much, and when you boink to keep the peace, you have to keep it equilibrium of the boinking. Don't be wicked. Don't be evil. Don't be sinister, and do not be destructive or deceiving. I'm a doomer. Okay, I think of doom and gloom all the time, and I would rather not. Okay. I ask all those. I'll save that for later. I will be a buffo individual. Because I'm not here to titillate you like the child sex terrorism industry is. I'm here to not prevaricate to you and to tell you the honest to God truth. Child sex terrorism is the biggest issue facing our planet today. Like I said, don't let them titillate you. The devil shan't not caught being man-made, using man-made instruments. No, that's beneath them. They would use God-made instruments. And our voice box goes against the laws of physics. Nothing's supposed to come from nothing, but our voice box is an exception to that rule. So the devil, he laughs at man-made instruments. They laugh at man-made instruments. No. They use God-made instruments. And our voice box is God-made, God-crafted, and God-gifted. Don't laggard on this issue because child sex terrorism, modern day slavery, industrial complex shan't and always will be, is in power right now. Is the reason why we have what we have. And that, my friend, should not happen. Because this is monumentous. My protest and my vocabulary and tonight will be monumentous. And I ask everybody participating in slavery, please abscond immediately. Because it's egregious. It's a violation of every human right, every God-given moral fiber, everything. It's egregious. Sometimes I have the attention span of a flea, but I do not flee, and I shall not flee. And I'm not a flea. And ladies and gentlemen, you look really flexuous today, and I mean absolutely flexuous, okay? Full of bends and curves. Right, ladies? Somebody's like, yeah, damn right, girl. I'm not serpentine. I don't serpentine you. I'm not a serpent, and I'm not an alien. And I'm certainly here for the betterment and benevolence of all mankind. Limber lips prevaricate. They do not please. No. They do not please ever. Why would limber lips who prevaricate please you? They always seem, well, maybe they do in a weird way, but like, you always know they're lying. Here's some more. Wait. Hold on. Let's see. Holy crikey. I miss my... Look at my fez hats. This is my fez hat. Yeah, fez right here. Oh, what's this? When was the last time you were a discoverer? Discovering the ins and outs of wellness and trying to keep yourself well. And I will give myself credit. I'm going to practice the skill. Solomon, you are doing fantastic. Right now, the fact that you got 14 viewers before you started talking about child sex terrorism is amazing. And you deserve credit just for even trying and trying to be a person of integrity and moral fiber. Now, also, I would like to read my declaration to you all, just to let you understand a little bit about me, okay? Where's my declaration? I should have my declaration here. It should be here. It should be, here it is. Okay. So, now this declaration is about me. My name is Solomon Christiansen, and I'm an authentic leader that inspires repudiation and calls every human to proscribe, PRO, not prescribe, and contravene the child sex terrorism industry, modern day slavery, animal cruelty, animal slavery industrial complex. I am a non-violent, passionate, encouraging, comedic, and extraordinarily brave individual that is homeless because of their persistent and unwavering commitment to bequeath a prosperous future for all inhabitants of the planet. Using skills bestowed to them by God, actively defies and is fighting World War III. Enhanced with talents that rival atomic weapons, God protection and unwavering dominion and pure will and determination will prevail. Against all odds, God always wins. I defend God and our divinity, the slaves that suffer, including us, and actively doing what's right, challenging stereotypes, and is repugnantly despised by so many. Deserves respect and some gratitude for dedicating their life to the hydration, nutrition, and access to critical services for all slaves of the planet. Thank you for taking time to read this message. I am because God is. I know because God bestowed. I can see because God presented and crafted and built. I can speak because God gifted. Now, you're going to hear about the child sex terrorism industry, and I urge you not to pull away, because in the words of Ivanka Trump, don't get mad, get everything. And I urge you not to disassociate on me, and I urge you to listen to me, because we have some serious leveling up to do as a species. Like I said, ladies, go Boffo ballistic, and don't get, in the famous words of Ivanka Trump, don't get mad. Get everything! Now, there's going to be some turbulence. Oh, shit. There's going to be some turbulence for people who boink babies. By babies, I mean children. And they have to acclimate to a new way and a new way of being and a new inverse on the inverse, because we're living in an inverse of our natural purpose. I've allied with the slaves, and you should too. You are a slave, but you are more privileged. But the worst type of slave is a slave who doesn't know they're a slave. So, what happened to kinship, discipleship, and caretaking? They are undertakings to be undertaken. With dignity, respect, and with great power comes great privilege, and we have destroyed all the animals. We have dominion over the animals. Isn't that just abominable? The intersectionality between my power and privilege, and the leading intersectionality, is that all boils down to the child sex terrorism industry. It literally is the criminal organization that runs everything. The Catholic Church is the biggest purveyor of child pornography in the world. I ingress on an adventure with you, and I hope that you can levy the self-encouragement and the dedication and the devotion to accomplish our goals as a species. Because we have the power to terraform Mars. Yes, that means in 100 years, by changing the temperature on Mars 2 to 3 degrees, and in 100 years, we could have another Earth and be interplanetary. How amazing is that? I'm plotting, P-O-P-L-O-D-D-I-N-G, plotting. I'm laboriously working, and I'm being monumentously encouraged by God. Like I said, your actions engaging in terrorism make you culpable. I'm immersing myself in my world, because I would rather do this than what they have planned for me. and you're listening to my soliloquy. Because I enjoined by my video how to change the child blinking industry. I enjoin on a new mission, on a mission that living my purpose, God's purpose for me. Incorrect. I said that one. Let's see these. Okay. Let's pick one. My actions here make me exculpatory. And you should feel contrite if you boink babies. I mean, it's heinous. It's vile. It's vicious. It's cruel. Spurn the child sex terrorism industry, modern day slavery, animal cruelty, animal slavery, industrial complex. Spurn it. Because they're boobies, those men that participate, and it just boinks all the logic out of you. Why are we striving for adequate, especially for adequate healthcare service? Why aren't we striving for stupendous or marvelous or astronomically amazing? I'm still cloistered. I'm creating a pearl. And it's such a parody because the gayest man on earth, literally the gayest man ever, me, okay, is telling all the straight men, get your act together, okay? It's a parody. It literally is a parody because there's no other way. I'm a gay homeless man who is telling all the men to be like better, because you are not a man because you boink babies, and you're not a man because you have the parts of a man. You are a man because you act like it, okay? Because your parts can be turned into a vagina real fast. You have to dilate once a week. I've been spurned. So, yeah, look, see, I'm the gayest man on ever that ever walked, and I'm telling all the men, you're going to hear about child sex terrorism. I urge you to stay tuned with me. You must try, don't disassociate. Because your actions engaging in child sex terrorism are abominable. Because your intentions are cruel and heinous. They're not benevolent. And I stipulate that you all need to stop boinking babies. The quintessence and the crux of the issue is you can't boink babies no more, you hoes. And I would call this a very ostentatious way of showing you that you must act now. Your arrogance and privilege will only get you more recompense, especially blissful compliance. It totally increases your recompense. Let's go back a little bit to this word. Remember, your actions engaging, you're going to hear about child sex terrorism, but your actions engaging in child sex terrorism make you heinous and make your actions heinous. Maybe not you heinous, but your actions heinous. So, and it's not classic. It's not like you're more than a man. You're more than your parts. You're more than your urges, because men act like men. There's a sacred masculine that acts like a man. Whether it be gay or straight, I've been told that I'm more of a man than most men are. And I'm treating y'all humanely. Why isn't anybody showing some love? Because child sex terrorism runs amok. Practicing vocabulary. I just murked y'all without even having to hit you at all. I just murked y'all. Don't disassociate on me. You're going to be hearing about a real issue. You have to pay attention. It is the crux and the quintessence. We are ramshackled. We are ramshackly built. We're ramshackled all the way down to the cinder blocks that create our foundation. Okay, those things break so easily. And I mean so easily. So, like, I'll be honest with you. We are living in a ramshackle, neo-medieval type world, okay? Just practicing vocabulary, but you're here about the child sex terrorism. So get real, folks. Now, like I said, you live in a ramshackle city. When you live in North America and most of the world, you live in a ramshackle city, except for cities in other countries that are built to last 200 years, and we're built to last 60 to 80 years. How grotesque is that? And, like, I'm sorry, for a second. Was this planned from the get-go to, like, have this whole big experiment and, like, demise us anyways? But luckily, South America will be the ones that survive, and we are South America now. So, I asked you to contravene the child sex terrorism industry, and I asked tutelary angels, your tutelary angels, and my tutelary angels to intervene and supersede where we cannot. And I want to thank them for all their hard work and dedication, for they have guided us through life, and there are 4 angels that guide us through life. These are the tutelary angels. And the birds, if you live in a city, if the birds are chirping really loudly and incessantly, it's probably because they're trying to tell you they're starving. Like, get real, folks, starving. Okay, and that is abominable that we sit there and go like, oh my God, it's so amazing that like they tweeted us. Oh my God, I love the birds tweeting. Yet they're trying to tell us they're starving. Oh my God. That is, Becky, look at that abominable actions of ignorance. Ugh, jeez. Now, be dioecious in gender. Dioecious in gender. Yeah, because we are a spectrum, and there are sacred and masculine energies, and they do work together and meet somewhere in the middle. Like, hello. Are you a hunter-gatherer, or do you rely on the grocery store? Because if you rely on the grocery store, I'm going to tell you real soon, once they can't supply the food anymore or don't supply the food, what are you going to do? Are you a hunter or gatherer? For boinking babies is repugnant. Its way of life, repugnant. Its inverse on our purpose, repugnant. To what else is repugnant? Its actions are repugnant. Do you want to know what's worse than worse? Is that its destruction for creation is repugnant. And for child sex terrorism, modern day slavery, animal cruelty, animal slavery has belied to you. Why choose deception? Ask God and the tutelary angels for some truth. Ask the tutelary angels, which are the guardian angels. It's just another word for guardian, tutelary. Now, odious. The child sex terrorism industry should be odious, and is very odious, and should inspire. It causes hate. We hate each other. We're miserable. We're boinking everything good out of our future. Listen, if I was boinking babies with chopsticks, if I was a baby being boinked with chopsticks, knives, and forks, let me tell you, sir, I would be terrified. If someone came at me with a knife at my butthole, I would be like, ah! Because that would kill me. Duh. Be a man, please. Lady Pants, you don't know what a man is. You think you're a man, but you ain't a man because you boink babies, so bite my hoe. And I like to say that all the men should be called bitches, sluts, and hoes from now on, because they are bitches, sluts, and hoes. They're moaning, groany, manipulated bastards that are only good for boinking babies. Only good for boinking babies. The only thing they're good for is boinking. That's it. Otherwise, they're fucking completely useless. And that man's a hoe. God loves me. I know God probably better than you do. Come to God, Jesus, Murphy, and Joseph. I am chosen by God to send this message. This is my purpose that God gave to me. And that is to send you a message that child sex terrorism is the issue. And I have even come up with the solution. At least a better way of operating. Can you think of one better than mine? Video, how to change the child's boinking industry. Video, how to change the child boinking industry. Now, again, I would be fucking terrified. If I was a baby and being boinked with a chopstick and the holes they make penetrated bigger, I'd be fucking terrified. What else? And discipleship. Discipleship not just to Christ, because if you worship Christ, you're worshiping a false idol, because God is the true power. And most of what happens around us is cruft. It's just absolute cruft. And like I said, we can terraform Mars, make it interplanetary. Okay? I'm going to tell you, wait, I'm sorry. I am physically male, and I can be gender whoever the hell I want. Also, I'm God-made, God-gifted, God-like, and God in my own right, and so are you. So get to using your gifts like speaking and socialization and manifestation and creation, you hoe. Also, women are made better. God made better. Do you know how much more magic it takes to create a woman than a man, you hoe? Because men are stupid. Men are easy to make. Women have the power to create. Do you know how much more God magic that takes? Yeah, so like I said, we can become interplanetary. We can terraform Mars, folks. Yeah, and I mean terraform Mars. 100 years, by changing the climate 2 degrees, by dumping a whole bunch of CO2 on it, we can actually change the climate on Mars. And within 100 years, we could be interplanetary. That's amazing. Okay? And I'm a doomer because honestly, we can be sold out for the debt too. We can be sold out for the debt because honestly, we are the social insurance. The SIN numbers and the SIN and Social Security, we are the social insurance. So when they collect us for the debt roundup, for the debt exchange, they will ask your name, birth date, and social insurance or social security number. Now we need a bluster, a a blusterous clamor, a blusterous clamor of integrity and righteousness and nobility and devoutness and devotion. And we need so much more, so much better, and we need to do an inverse on our inverse, because right now we're on inverse to God's purpose for us. And let me tell you, women were supposed to be in charge. But we need a clamor, a blusterous clamor. And they tantalize me with going viral every single blipping day. I tell you, can you hit that like button if you're watching, please? Tantalized. They tantalize me with going viral every single time I post a video. Oh my God. It's crazy, and I just get tantalized with the fact that one day it's going to cave and one day it's going to be better, and yet I'm still being tortured. And I will impel forward. I will impel forward. Because I'm a servile leader. I'm not a moocher. And bro, repudiate the status quo. The bourgeoisie has got to go. Repudiate the status quo. The bourgeoisie has got to go. Repudiate the status quo. The bourgeoisie has got to go. It's my jingle. And I over-mastering this vocabulary thing? Maybe just a little. What is lustful about a child? God knows, don't know. What is lustful about a child? And kinship is an undertaking to be undertaken with great respect. And not just your birth family, you're like animal family too. Because we want to bequeath, we want to bestow, we want to present abundance back into our realm. Because honestly, I'm tired of being petulant. And I'm tired of having petulant people all about me. Trying to get in my grill and shiz. Blissful arrogance does not absolve us from guilt. No. It only increases our recompense. We need piety back into our society. We are more than just meat and bones. We are spiritual beings. If I didn't talk about child sex terrorism and left that out of it and focused on a different issue, I probably have 1 billion views by now. I'm immutable. And I will always be immutable because God is behind me and God is on my side. And I'm on God's side. I serve God. Not the religious God, the God of all that there is everywhere. Don't be beguiled, but beguiled down the street when we walk on 4 Clovers because of me. Canada used to be a winsome place. Limber lips prevaricate. They do not please. No. These lips, my lips don't prevaricate often. But when mom says, are you okay? And I say, yeah, I'm fine, even though I'm not. That's a white lie. We need equality, not equity, because when you pay women and men, if not pay women more because they work harder, do everything better, and are the backbone of everything. Hello, when you pay them equally or more, you actually put more money in the hands of your consumers. Could you imagine getting 40% extra on your paycheck? And what would you spend it on? And how would you even out the playing field? Hello? And I am a fool. I'm the king, therefore, that tells you that you will flat fall on your face and be sold out for the debt, folks. And I'm telling you, it will happen. But I may be a fool, but I'm the king, therefore, so get that right, folks. Now, like I said, we can be terraformed is alter the environment of a celestial body, i.e. Mars, in order to make it livable for terrestrial life. So terraform Mars, that seems cool. I'm going to try this. The discourse, we need a civil discourse. A much needed, righteous, tempestuous clamor. Okay, so I'm going to zone out here. And when you worship Jesus, you're worshiping a false idol. Because Jesus is not the power, God is. And you should know that, folks, because Jesus, human. God, not human. God created us and have dominion over us. Yeah, God has dominion over us. I'm going to switch it to a different meaning. Don't be evil. There's no point in beating women. And when you beat women, you're evil. You're wicked. And I sentence you to abject poverty. Because the impunity of the child sex terrorism industry far surpasses anything that I have been able... the impunity of evil on this planet far surpasses any realm of logic you can possibly imagine. Oh, jeez. We need equality, not equity, for women and for our basic, what's the word? Unity around just being human. If you shit, I shit. If you bleed, I bleed. Hello? And I am very fervently working to bequeath and bestow a better, more prosperous future for our descendants of the planet. And there will be 1,000 years of God, folks, okay? The polar shift has happened, which means north is south and south is north. And I think east and west do the same thing. But I digress. We need scruple. We need to be scrupulous. We need to not be equivocal and be unequivocal in our righteousness and our spirituality. Manifestation. Oh, my manifesto. I will read to you my manifesto, okay there, folks? Hold on a second. Oh, gotta get up here. Oh, my manifesto. Scheist. In the famous words of Ivanka Trump, not that I'm against Trump or anything, this is just funny because I think it's funny because I think that women should do this all the time. In the words of Ivanka Trump, and she took in for 98% of his millions, okay, she bankrupted that mother hoe. And let me tell you, in the words of Ivanka Trump, don't get mad, get everything. And where's my... Solomon Christiansen, that's me, is an authentic leader that inspires repudiation and calls every human to proscribe, not prescribe, and contravene the child sex terrorism, modern-day slavery, animal cruelty, animal slavery, industrial complex. I am a non-violent, passionate, encouraging, committed, and extraordinarily brave individual that is homeless because of their persistent and unwavering commitment to bequeath a prosperous future for all inhabitants of the planet. Using all skills bestowed to them by God, actively defies and is fighting World War III. Bestowed with enhanced with talents that rival atomic weapons, God protected and unwavering dominion and pure will and determination will prevail. Against all odds, God always wins. Defending God and our divinity, the slaves including us, and actively doing what's right, challenging stereotypes and is repugnantly despised by so many, deserves respect and some gratitude for dedicating their life to the hydration, nutrition, and access to critical services for all slaves of the planet. Thank you for taking the time to read this message. I am because God is. I know because God bestowed. I can see because God crafted and presented and built. I can speak because God gifted and sown and probably waved something and there is our voice box. It goes against the laws of physics. You smite this fool, I'm sorry, but the sacred clown can't be smited. What it's easy to smite is your destruction on human life and your desecration for human life. What is easily smited is your faulty principles of whatever the fuck you want to call it, but it's an inverse on God's purpose. So I actually not only obliterate, murk, and completely evaporate every fiber around your energy and you, in fact. So smiting, that's nothing. God can evaporate and incinerate your hoo-ha. And God, please give this man his recompense, because he called me a fool. I am a fool. I can call myself a fool. You cannot call me a fool, because I am the King Lear fool. So I will do something really funny that says, now see this, sir? This is what I think. This is what I think. What? Holy. This is what I think. See, like, oh, bite my hoo-ha, bitch. See? Oh, yeah. Oh, I just marked my territory. And my territory is you, ho. See? See? Oh, Shanky Doodleson. Shanky Doodle went to town riding on a pony. No homeless gays in Haven. In Haven? Jeez. I didn't know Haven existed. Oh, I lost my lighting because oh, there it is. Anywho, let's get back to practicing words. So you hoes can bugger off, you hoes. You don't like this fool? Well, guess what? I'm going to tell you, you're going to flat fall on your face, because you are boinking babies, and it is against God's plan. It is against God's purpose. And might I add, you get recompense because you think karma's not going to get you back. You think by boinking babies, putting them in blenders, drinking them for their adrenochrome will actually get you further? No, there is no future left. Want to know why? Duh, folks. Because we're boinking the future out of our children. At least here in North America. No homeless gays in Haven. Jeez Louise, how can you believe it? Can you believe it? Believe it. You guys are hoes down in Hoseville. And Schloot from Schlutsville, too. You are at an entrance. Don't get to that precipice of that hoe, because I'm going to tell you it ends in death for the slave. You're being equivocal, hoe. And a propitious time with an auspiciously white gay man. Intentionality is key, because it honestly means your intentions on 99% happen. So intentionality, do you intend to harm, or are you just running on autopilot? And I admonish against your future, past, and current decisions, because they are admonishable. And anybody who's not me is a simulacrum of me. And I would call myself a fancy man, except that I'm gay. So can fancy man be like a person lover? A person lover and pimp? But I'm no pimp, but you know what I mean. Noisome. I said that already. I need a Rufus man. I need a man. Okay, someone's got to love me. And I need a clatter against evil, because I tagged my location, so like 100 million people are going to be trying to kill me. Let's take down this fool. Yeah, okay. Come take down the fool. In fact, bring a gun, shoot me right between the eyes. I'll be fucking begging for it. Because you can be chatoyant in gender. You can be chatoyant in your vibration. And I show devotion. Do you? And what do you show devotion to? Boinking babies, or like... Because again, if you were boinking me with a chopstick, knife, or broomstick, or whatever the fuck you shove up their hoo-ha, I would be terror-stricken. I would be stricken with terror. Because I know I'm going to die after that, and you're going to watch me bleed out, and you fuck me. Because if you have to wash blood off of your dick, you're a fucking disgusting, terrorizing hoe. Let's bequeath a prosperous future. Let's even bestow a prosperous future. So vamos. If you don't like it, vamos. Vamos. Vamos, vamos, vamos. I proscribe the child sex terrorism industry, modern day slavery, industrial complex. No, I don't proscribe it. Actually, I do proscribe it. I don't prescribe it. Skittish. Be skittish around me, hoes, because you guys best be going to jails. I use my sway. I don't just sway back and forth, but I use my sway as a man, sway as a human, to better the lives of others. And I have evolved past the need for social interaction, it seems. Because my kid ain't my kid no more. They've been replaced by crazy boinking oinkers from the child sex terrorism industry. Ardulent. I've been ardulent in my... Hopefully the child sex terrorism industry fades into existence. They do a superb job at lying to you. At prevaricating to you, sorry. And this is an auspicious gay man who's not loggy and asks you to proscribe, PRO, not prescribe, the child sex terrorism, modern day slavery, industrial complex. Down to the last couple words. Well, I mean, the last 20 words, maybe. Don't be hornswoggled out of your prosperity and your life. Your life you built here. Do you want to be hornswoggled out of it? Hoodwinked out of it? Because it's not prosperous anymore. You're being equivocally destructive and deceptive. Let's transcend this issue instead of letting it boggle us down and getting recompensed so hard up our hoo-has we don't know what hit us. I've fulfilled, and I ask for every member of our elected representative in our legislative branch to be deposed of, for their actions are vile and are against human nature. I need some likes. I want one more like. Come on, guys. If you like it, just like. What do I have to do? Somebody tell me. Do I need to like move my titties and be like, oh? Yeah, I have double D's. See, they're just nice and perky. See, if you want to boink me, you have to imagine the tits. And don't be cantankerous on me, okay? Because I've had enough of you cantankerous motherfuckers coming at me, you hoes. Now, I ask my record to be expunged from the planet. Expunged off record. Expunged entirely. Ugh! Fuck. No, I'm not going there. Okay. And remember, bitch, you can be obliterated. God has that power. Now, there's glitches in your system, and we found them. So guess what? You're going to have some serious trouble. Because you prevaricate too much, ho. Don't be a nincompoop, but most of you are. Sorry. And we need a colloquy, civil discourse, or conference on the fact. And the birds chirp so loud and incessantly because they are starving, telling us they're starving, so start feeding the fucking birds. Don't lummox around on this issue. It's really, really not good. Don't lollygag. And be scrupulous. Unequivocally, we need to be out of Chocolate Creek, and we need to be with a popsicle stick. Like I said, it's time to bestow a future so great to our descendants of Earth that we prosper forever. God and the two angels of everyone who's listened or involved, please guide us towards the highest and greatest cause, the highest and greatest purpose for us all. Amen, McGuash, thank you. Gentrification, it actually has trick in the name because it's a trick. It actually ushers in the era for that area of child sex terrorism. Don't be hornswoggled. Do you want prosperity? Are you going to equivocally be deceptive? Are you going to try to equivocally run your way out of this? I don't know. I said these words. Okay, almost. We're down to the 3 card. Listen, entrancing, or entrance. Well, I'm at an entrance of my door, and I'm ready to go on an adventure with you. What are you going to do? So the grass is green, you water it, but are we leaving any plant for the birds or animals to feed off of? Probably not. I don't think so. Well, on that case, it's been 40 minutes of practicing vocabulary. That shows that I'm 40 minutes long now. I need to add more words to my vocabulary. So guess what, folks? I'll see you all next time on As the Stomach Turns. Bye-bye.